Okay, I think I think we're live, but the live show hasn't quite showed up here. All right, Henry McClure live. We're just going to talk real estate. We're not going to talk about politics and how Go Topeka is fleecing the real estate business, and we're just going to focus on uh, uh, we're going to focus on uh, real estate deals. I'm gonna go live on X. Some dude, some like catfish guy, tried to give me $4,000. Give me your Cash App, your PayPal. I don't want your money. Anyway, here let's go live on X. Are any of you on X? I like X because you can use whatever language you want, and not that it really matters for me, but you've got worldwide coverage, and I don't know. I've got more followers on X, although I get more views on Facebook. Okay, McClure Real Estate uh, started here in Topeka in '79. Jimmy Carter was president. Interest rates were 18 to 22%, and I sold $1.3 million between ages 19 and 20. It was a lot of fun. I I've loved real estate. I love the deal making. Uh, there's a couple open houses that have been a lot of fun when I was a kid. And I got off selling residential real estate and got started selling residential real estate. And I just moved into commercial and joined the MaceRich Company in 1983 and been in commercial real estate since then. But there's actually a commercial aspect to residential real estate. And when I say that, more of marketing or selling land, there's a commercial side to it. And man, the residential people in this community, so the average length on the MLS is 27 days. These dudes, they're rolling in the cash, and good for them. I'll tell you who I want to meet is that Kelvy Cunningham, Miss Las Vegas. That girl looks like she's having a good time. I do love the handstand that she did. If I had a little more room in the studio, I'd show you. I can still do the handstands, but they're up against a wall. The other day, Tyler Weibel was in the office, and he was kind of like looking at me like, get off your ass, let's talk. And we took my whiteboard over here, and we wrote all the deals that are on the table and that we've got going, and it came to 38 deals, and we've added some more deals since then. And there's a lot to do. But also too, Henry McClure Live, if you've got a piece of real estate you want to show, and I'm delighted to go do that deal, and at no expense to because I want to see the property, and maybe one of my clients wants to see it. And I guarantee you, I'd rather be in half of 100 deals than have 100% of 50 deals. There's just more action. It's the P.T. Barnum thing. It's true. I'd rather sell 1,000 tickets at $1 than one at 1,000. It's the action. It's everything that gets you going. So, man, you should look at me like a resource, a customer. I'm ready to start buying real estate again. I'd look at it. But, some of my clients have done very well. And I found in the commercial real estate, it's always good to gravitate to the very sophisticated or wealthy uh, people that have made money in real estate know a lot more about real estate than anybody else, especially like the the people that go to Topeka that think they know everything. That spend $2.5 million of our taxpayer dollars just in overhead, which I think is 3.5. But I digress. So back to real estate deals, and and there's a really bad real estate deal, but I'm going to talk about it in my last segment if I have enough energy before I decide to call it a night. I kind of feel like hitting the home and hot shower. I've got some people have seen my house. You oughta come over and see it sometime if you really want to look. I, Somebody's complimenting about the industrial look, and uh, the city of Topeka, in I think a very thoughtful way, uh, created a D3 zoning where you can take commercial properties and live in them. And I signed a long lease with a friend of mine. Uh, Weibel Property Development's my landlord, and we've got some more to do to the building. And oh, and speaking of me being a customer, I personally am looking for some land out in the. I really kind of think I want to go west, although there's a lot of neat stuff east, but it's really based on the value. But I want to get out of the light pollution. I want to be able to look up and see the stars. I mean, the the best revenge is to live better. And I've moved so many times for my company and personally. I've moved, I've moved too much, but uh, having having a place. This actually feels like home to me. The Glass House's studio. I feel yeah. I come in here and I've got a lot of pictures here, and it's a nice warm feeling. I got a place to come, and it's a retreat, and I like the idea of being able to go home, and I still have the ability to finish something up, an email. I've got a couple of computers. I want to really get a good laptop, but we're talking about real estate, and what I want to talk about MCRE LLC. And if you want to do, uh, my background and my specialty is retail real estate. And, I focused a lot when I worked for MaceRich on fast food, restaurants, because when I was working on the Lakewood Mall, we had the we had the number one restaurant and fast food sales of anywhere in LA and Orange County. And I think we were number two in jewelry. And those are jewelry stores have always been one of my favorite. I'll never forget Victor Valdez. Victor Valdez, man. If you ever meet Barnett Hellsberg, bring up Henry McClure and Victor Valdez. Uh, and then, and in that deal was also Teresa. Wherever you are, Teresa, I still love you. Um, she was cool. So she took over Victor's job as manager of Hellsberg when Victor left and built a kiosk. And his sales volume was incredible. And Hellsberg picked up 350, 400 grand in sales. And it was win-win. Business begets business. Oh, begetting. So we're going to get a little Yiddish in here tonight in honor of Mace Siegel. So, hey, look at me as a resource. You want to talk about a tough deal? A client friend was in here the other day, And she's talking about some land she got and how to develop it. And she was running into a roadblock, and she says, I know this guy knows how to fix it. So we called this guy, got him on the horn, started talking. And, because I want to do things, I'm all about doing deals right now. And sometimes that's why I get distracted in my business is, you got to dance with who brung you, and sometimes a deal gets right in front of you. But sometimes deals just can't be made overnight, and those are the difficult ones for me because I want to push it across the finish line. So let's talk about the first deal I've got to really get off my plate, besides 37th and Gage, is I want to sell that church, the Orthodox Church on Huntoon. I want to get that. I want to get Father Nikolai and his parish on to the next thing. We've got a church to build, and I had it listed with a really sharp residential person, and I think that there was a miscommunication because, see, personally, I think it would make a cool house. I think if somebody could just see it and build a house in it, I'd really like to find an investor to go in, buy the church, let's fix it up and flip it. There's a way to make some money on that deal. Yeah, it'd be better to do it with a client in hand, and we've got time. I'd like to get Brian Falk involved in that deal. Uh, he's a creative architect. Have you been to Brian's offices over in Noto? You ought to see what he did with a space that was basically uh, like a caved in afterthought. I don't know what it was. I know it didn't have a roof and part of it. I mean, it was a dump, and what he did with that, he turned it into a jewel. Hats off to you, Brian, on that one. Um, and hey, I'm going to even say something nice about Greg Schwert tonight. That will be a first in a long time. You know, go by Pizza Pub at the mall, at Westridge Mall. He gave us a show place there. And sometimes you got to really get, your the store design is key, and you're getting a good set of plans. I just had a client hire Brian to put together a full set of plans on a project because commercial real estate really goes back to plans. And you can always tell how a deal's going to unfold based on the plans. And that goes clear back to me being a tenant construction coordinator for Mace Siegel and the MaceRich Company and Dana Kay, and working for Mike Siegel and Hawkeye and Claude and Roush and Yeager and Murrin. The only guy I didn't have to work for was Mark Bressler. Oh, let's not forget Henry Nathan or Marge. So let's go to 37 and Gage. If you want to do a build to suit, I got some restaurant sites, and I really think either single family housing down on the south side or some sort of multifamily would be good there. I want to get that little lot sold up on evening side, but I've got, this is the busiest I've been in my life, and it's fun. I'm having a good time, but also I've got time to help or collaborate or make deals with others. 50% of a deal, I'd rather have half of 100 deals. All right, I'm getting a little winded tonight, and I'm ready to just zoom home, hot shower. I might do a cold plunge in the horse tank. But Henry McClure Live, hey, I'll be in the studio tomorrow. I'll be actually in the office tomorrow at 10, starting at 10 o'clock. I've got a very high-powered meeting with a high-powered guy, and we'll see where that takes us. Onward and upward. Thanks for tuning in. Henry McClure Live. This broadcast comes to you live from the Glass Houses studio, which is part of the Ryan Mowinkle empire of real estate, home to his State Farm business. I'm getting good at the plug. Trying. All right. I'm going to call it a night, and I love y'all. Have a good night. Sweet dreams.